They called him dangerous, a threat to every magical order. So they chained him and cast him out. But before his exile, he gave them a warning they chose to ignore. The grand chamber of the wizard's enclave loomed high and foreboding, its crystalline walls shimmering faintly with the lingering essence of centuries-old magic. 12 leaders, each representing one of the magical factions, sat elevated on their thrones in a semicircle, their stern gazes fixed on the man before them. Malachai, once a respected wizard of unparalleled skill, now stood shackled in magic-dampening chains that glowed faintly with runic inscriptions. The air was heavy with tension, and the hushed murmurs of the assembled audience echoed like distant thunder. The accused bore the weight of the room's disdain with an unnerving calm, his dark eyes unyielding as they swept across the faces of his judges. The head of the enclave, High Chancellor Argasis, rose from his seat and stepped forward. As he moved, the soft rustle of his robes, a magnificent garment woven with intricate threads of gold and silver that shimmered in the crystalline glow, whispered through the hush of the chamber. The faint scent of parchment and incense clung to the air around him, mingling with the subtle metallic tang emanating from the runes etched into his sash. His presence commanded immediate attention, and when he spoke, his voice resonated with a measured power that seemed to vibrate in the very stone beneath their feet, each syllable underscoring the gravity of the moment. "Lord Malachai," Argasis intoned, his voice cutting through the murmurs, "it is the verdict of this council that you are guilty of the charges brought forth against you. Your relentless pursuit to control the magical energies of every faction for the purpose of opening portals to other worlds you sought to conquer and subjugate, is an act not only of treachery, but of megalomania." Gasps rippled through the audience, their shock and disbelief tangible. Argasis continued, "The penalty for your actions is banishment. You shall be exiled to a world where magic does not exist, condemned to live out the rest of your days devoid of the power you have sought to manipulate and abuse." The chamber erupted in whispers. A tide of unease swelled and ebbed. Yet Malachai stood unmoved. His expression remained unreadable, a thin smile flickering across his lips. When the guards stepped forward to seize him, Malachai raised his head, fixing the council with a piercing gaze. His voice, deep and resonant, cut through the noise like a blade.
"You are blind,"
he said, his words laced with a chilling certainty.
"The magic of this world is finite, and it is waning. You choose to ignore the truth, clinging to a fragile status quo. Without expansion, without the lifeblood of other realms, this world will become the same barren wasteland to which you now condemn me. You cannot outrun this inevitability."
Argasis's expression hardened. "You have spoken these words before, yet you present no proof of your claims. Your obsession with dominion blinds you to reason, Malachai. It is not for you to decide the fate of this world." He gestured to the guards with a flick of his hand. "Take him away." The chains clinked as the guards began to lead Malachai out. But as he turned, he cast one last glance over his shoulder, his eyes burning with a quiet, dangerous resolve.
"You may silence me,"
he said softly, his voice carrying like a whisper of doom.
"but my truth will find you, even if it takes lifetimes."
The guards dragged him away, the doors of the chamber closing with a resounding finality. Yet the uneasy murmurs of the audience lingered, and the glimmering walls of the chamber seemed to shudder, as though the magic itself had absorbed Malachai's ominous warning.
If you want to see where these roads lead, make sure to subscribe. There's more to this story than they were ever meant to uncover.